life is good. I write was
He's been having a beef go on for a while with this guy named Riley. This is the guy who got his store taken down because Rippa, thought his Clippaverse was too close to the Rippaverse.
Are we calling him Rippa? Rippa?
No, I'm not calling him his real name. He's Rippa now. I don't fucking care. Too many Erics.
No, I like
So,
calling
like,
him Eric, especially calling him Eric.
he looks like a Downsy version of Frank Castle.
Yeah. This is the guy that's been walking up a hill every day, swinging a baton with electric razors on it, going, "I'm coming for you, Eric July.
Notice
I'm
how
going to shave your shoulders."
now notice how it's a hill and not a mountain trail.
But this guy went down to Dallas, Texas, and visited the Rippaverse warehouse. Let's take a look.
All right, Eric, ignore those super chats, you son of a bitch.
Snugs, we only do this.
I don't give a fuck about your super chats.
No,
We don't go there.
You, Eric, the other
I
side.
feel like he's threatening me.
Dude, look at the size of those tits.
Dude,
Yeah.
those are like G's or H's.
You know that chick that was going around a few weeks ago, like had her tits half hanging out and just like hopping around yelling about Star Wars and shit?
These are bigger.
No, that's his girlfriend.
Ugh.
Yeah, that poor girl. So apparently he's been like doing super chats to Eric July during streams, and Eric July just has big every time we'll ignore his super chat, won't even acknowledge it. So he he defaced federal property and taped him to the front of Eric July's warehouse.
You're allowed to write on a dollar bill. You're just not allowed to destroy it.
Eric keeps ignoring my super chats, so I brought him $50. I also vandalized his building with these stickers. We'll see what he has to say about that.
So as you can imagine, Eric July was not very happy about this.
Dude, you totally got him by taping $100 bills to his window. Okay. All right. Yeah, you taped $300. I mean, unless they were fake.
Well, would you think? No, he said $50, but still, would you think that the response would be this?
Shit. Stay safe, keep traveling. Oh yeah, man. I don't go
ugly looking motherfucker. Dude, he looks like Ron Perlman from what was that? Birth of Fire or something. You know, the old caveman movie.
Isle of Dr. Moreau?
No, it's before. It's the movie about the caveman that he eventually turns her over and fucks her missionary instead of from the back.
Oh, I know what
see.
you're talking about. I can't remember what the name of the movie is. But yeah,
Dude.
there's no English in the entire movie.
Ron Perlman's not even wearing makeup. It's just his fucking disgusting ass face.
where I'm not. Let me say this: very seldom am I anywhere that I am not quote unquote allowed to carry. And if I'm not allowed to carry, well, let's just say this: there's a reason why I wear bigger clothes.
Because you're fat and hairy.
This guy shook him up so much by putting a couple of dollar bills on his window and posing in front of the... He says that this address is not public. Dude, I've looked it up on fucking Google, and I got it confirmed again the other day. Like, your warehouse that you rent, Eric? Not you, Eric.
It doesn't
Black Eric.
matter. I live in the state of Florida, and every
Black
business has an address.
Black Eric.
Dude, you can look up I can look up competitors and the amount of employees they register.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I can tell if they're using fucking cash labor or not, by the size of their jobs they're doing.
Yeah.
If you tell me you got 7 employees or you have 7 registered employees and you're building fucking 100,000 square foot warehouses, You're
Are you pocket watching,
subcatcher.
Eric?
Of course I am,
Are you
motherfucker.
pocket
I'll
watching?
Dude, I fucking learn everything I can about my competitors.
But this guy is rattled hard by some fat kid taping $20 bills to his front window of his public business. If it was a public business, why would you have your fucking name on the glass outside the business?
Right.
You know why he is? Is because
He's a bitch.
that and this just came to him out of nowhere. Like, yeah, he did have to put in some work and do this shitty fucking story or whatever, the superhero with no superpowers, some shit like that. But he didn't work for this, and he doesn't understand the business that he's in.
No, he doesn't.
This is why I'm doing better than all these other people that own big companies and they had their kids go to college instead of work through the whole fucking industry and know what it's all about and know how everybody's going to react when you fucking say something. That this is what happens when you just start and rocket out of nowhere and don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
He didn't how do they say it in Jurassic Park?
It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it.
Yeah.
He stood on them shoulders and took a shit.
He took the shoulder. He
Right
stood
in
on
the
the
shoulder.
shoulders of YouTube. Took a big old dump right on the comic book industry.
It ain't just because, you know, I like wearing bigger clothes. I don't like wearing tight shit, but it ain't just because I don't wear bigger clothes when I'm out.
I
Just to
imagine,
be
make you look
wearing
fat as shit,
fucking-
dude. I don't want you coming out here wearing spandex neither, dude. You're so fucking hairy, you'd probably see the hair through this spandex. It would look all pimply and shit or something like that.
This is shit that someone who's afraid says.
Exactly.
I don't think he's afraid of getting hurt. I think he's afraid of being exposed for a fucking fraud.
He's trying to intimidate people away from like just general confrontation with saying, "I carry a gun." Okay,
Dude,
no one.
you're trying
no
to
one
intimidate
threatened you.
people on a live stream, bro. Who are you, fucking Tennessee Marine?
I'm perfectly aware of that. We also have
Dude, he's trying to pretend like he's a banger. Like, this is so fucking
No,
gay.
he's a nerd with fucking hairy shoulders. I could see him from here.
There's a hold on, let me see if I can find it real
Dude,
quick.
he's one of those guys that, oh, I'm black, so I can be thuggish. Dude, I've
You
met
guys,
met a bunch of black nerds before.
you guys remember the warehouse fly through that we watched of his? It was like a drone thing.
Yeah,
Motherfucker was
the
so
one-
unoriginal. He stole it from a Sinitis commercial. Ken pointed this out to me today.
My host tonight, the uniform company. Okay.
All sorts of companies do shit.
My life is good. I write was hood. I might get to it. Not out the wood, so bro, I got to do it. Be a monster. That's why my mantra is being onslaught. From the Lone Star to my lungs part. Tonsil spit dumb art. So I'm going forward to the song chart. Back in media, threat to academia. Slacking, you defeated, brother. Track I hack and eat it up. I'm heating up. Hot as my mama stove on a Sunday. Except I'm putting rappers on my lunch tray. Feng shui.
See, like, I get that's a good thing. I get the only thing is, like, if somebody showed me that video for like their presentation, I'd be like, I don't care about that. Are you gonna get my shit here on time?
Yeah.
Dog,
be
you
like,
see
cool.
all these shelves?
You see all these shelves? I got so many shelves. I got all the shelves, someone would
It's
say.
like, dude, I understand you're a big, huge company, and I see that shit all the time. Are you gonna have my shit here on time or not? That's all that matters. I don't need no fucking video, some sales video to lease uniforms from you.
Eric July had this to say: go into a person's private business with the intention to do whatever weird shit is 100% stalking. I don't need to fear someone for them to be stalking. This is such a bizarre scenario. In any other context, it'd be exactly that. You either excuse it because it's your partner or because it's me. This isn't a result of shit talk. I don't know nor care about this cat like that. He took it upon himself to be a weirdo. Either way, you've made it clear to where you stand, and that's about. He's talking to some.
I like how you're making him sound like he's from New York and black.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what he wants. He wishes he was blacker. But see, like, he's got an actual reason to be in this this little industrial park. I'm trying to find the video.
I like the likewise. The purple goes great with like there's anime stickers on it. The purple looks awesome. We could get a wrap here for this.
Once again, he doesn't know what he's doing. A business owner would not speak like that to anybody.
No.
I don't go into meetings and go, you know what, dog? We're going to knock this shit out right here. No doubt, for real. I wouldn't fucking speak like that.
I'm having a hard time finding it, but the reason why he's like even in that, like he made an appointment. So like right next to Eric is a car wrapping garage.
Okay.
I'm sure it does like paint and stuff like that too. But he's getting his car wrapped.
Yeah, it's pretty much body work and car wrapping.
Yeah, yeah.
They do tenting and all that, yeah.
He made an appointment with them. And while he's waiting for his car, I didn't think the appointments yet. I think they were just like looking at his car. He's like going over to the Ripper thing, fucking doing gang signs and shit in front of Ripper's warehouse.
Look at that. That's probably employees over there of the Rippaverse. You see he has extra people standing outside today just in case I do some kind of crimes against him. But I'm...
It's almost like Eric July is hiding something. What could you be hiding, Eric?
I'm not hiding nothing. Definitely, I never pay people under the table. I never pay people under the table at all. I always pay taxes.
A warehouse that's half empty and half a bunch of stuck comic books that he has.
It's all his band friends staffing the warehouse.
That too.
Yeah, I do background checks on all my employees. None of them are illegals.
Putting basically stickers with some money, $50 if I'm not mistaken, on the window of the Rippaverse warehouse is not illegal. And we'll go through the Texas law about trespass, about vandalism, which actually has a different name in Texas, and all of that stuff. And we can look at everything. And if I can, I will show you the Rippaverse property without releasing the address. Though it is publicly findable, I was able to find it very easily. I understand that Eric does not seem to want that to be public at all. And so I have no desire to make that public. So if I can show you a street view picture, and I think I saw a screenshot of it, or I think I saw someone had posted a picture of it. If we can do that, we will. But I want to show you, there have been some claims that this is a private business that is not available to the public or not open to the public. Under Texas law, that is not true. I'm also pretty aware, and I think it's been talked about by both sides, that Riley went to another adjacent business, I believe in the same building, in the same parking lot, which would mean that, again, he would have a legal right to be in that parking lot. But that's a whole separate issue. Fans have posted some fantasies about using self-defense against Riley, and we're talking about using lethal force in self-defense. Anyone who thinks that that's a real thing is deluding themselves in this scenario. But I'm just seeing that Rippa's in the chat and he would like the link. Here we go. Eric, said on stream earlier a true statement that I am going to repeat now. I want to be very clear on this. Again, Eric stated that I had not reached out to contact him since all this started. Correct. Very true. I actually addressed this a couple weeks ago, I think, when he had first made the video, and the How I'm Feeling video, which we reviewed the part that was relevant to me, and I expressed my opinions on that. I stand by all of them. And I did express that because he mentioned a thing, and I wanted to be very clear on this. He mentioned that I don't know exactly how he worded it, so forgive me if my paraphrase is a little bit off, but he basically said, I don't want people out here saying one thing in public and then contacting me saying, hey, are we cool or whatever. And I made it clear that I had not direct messaged Eric at all on this. I was thinking about inviting him onto the show, but I saw his video where he said he did not want to get on and talk about the legal issues. When people come on my show, a lot of people ask them questions about the legal issues. So I said, and I believe I tweeted, if I did not, I apologize, but I believe I tweeted also that I had not invited Eric on specifically because I did not want to compromise his legal issues in any way. I didn't want to discuss them. However, in both of those statements, I said he was welcome to contact me to come on the show, but I didn't want to put any pressure on him because he had said that. And look, I'm not out trying to stir shit. As I've stated, I want this gay drama to die. I hate it. It's bad for everybody's business. But with that, Eric's in the chat. He's requested the link. Of course, I'm going to allow him to come on the show and say his piece. I think that you all will, because I think most of you guys love him. I will ask him to be, or I will ask the chat, please be courteous to my guest, because I do think Eric is a good dude. And I think he's misunderstood me a little bit on this, and I get it. And I have no idea how this is going to go. Here is Eric. I'm bringing you in. You already give me a thumbs up. All right. Hey man, what's shaking?
What's up? What's up, man? What's up?
All right. So we've covered this several times before. Eric July, Dick Masterson having a beef.
Can we just call him July? Come on, man. Quit bringing the name Eric
Young
up.
Rippa, 59, having beef, and because Nick Rekieta is friends with Dick Masterson, Eric July started talking some shit about Rekieta. Nothing like super crazy, but like, you know, basically calling him like, you know, saying he wasn't as objective as a quote lawyer as he thought he was, and like, you know, just talking shit basically because like he's not taking a side.
I want to say one thing before the video even starts.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these gentlemen look like they're sitting in, I don't know, their guest room or a side room of their house, and they look like they're about to both complain about each other while other men sleep with their women.
Nick Rekieta looks like the type of lawyer that Walter White would have hired after Saul Goodman. Like he's kind of like booze everywhere, bullshit on the walls, likes to hang around in shorts, button down.
Fucking Mr. July over here looks like the tallest Ewok.
He does. Dude, you can, like, the resolution's not that great, but you can see that shoulder. I can still see it,
dude. And
it's so
and all
dude,
the shoulders, the chest hair, dude.
Just use your beard trimmer and trim that shit.
Yo, he's saber teeths.
He's black saber tooth.
Saber teeths.
All right, so Rekieta was doing a stream last night. Eric July jumps into the chat, starts
July.
Young
Stop
Rippa
saying his first name.
Young
Eric,
Rippa.
What's Eric Black Eric been doing?
Fitzpatrick July jumps into the jumps into the chat and, you know, kind of starts talking a little shit here and there. And well, he invites Eric July, Young Rippa, to come on the show, and we're gonna skip through this. I would recommend going and checking this out if you guys want to watch the full thing. It's like a full like 2 hours they're talking. We're gonna skip through it quite a bit.
Why?
Rekieta
Just to
does long.
say, this is not good for young Rippa's business at all. This video is very, very bad for
everybody strap in for nerd shit.
Yes, I stole your joke.
mean, I can't take Nick Rekieta seriously since I know he lets other men fuck his wife.
Maybe he's tired of doing it and he wants her to stop, bitching.
Yeah, why would he do 4-hour streams in a room of his house with soundproofing?
So he doesn't have to talk to her.
Hey, maybe something else is going on there.
To remove it. These look like relatively small stickers that would pop off without any effort. I think not you, sorry, you weren't there, but anyone would be on real shaky ground trying to justify putting a hole in someone over those stickers, or even suggesting that a prosecutor would, or a cop even would write an infractionary ticket on this misdemeanor offense. Like, there's no way, man. It's not spray paint.
Well, again, it's not necessarily we see it that way. Definitely considering that there were drawings that were actually there, and there's some weird stuff that was.
He drew rabbits.
Oh my god!
Bunny rabbits?
He's doing the lefty thing already of lying, and that was weird stuff.
Yeah,
bro.
he does a lot of lying and not understanding very clear, direct statements from Nick.
Was read on it, and I'm not gonna say.
Somebody drew bunny rabbits and left
money
on his window.
Riley, the guy that says he's gonna shave him, right?
I mean,
he
I'll
drew
tell you
the people on the dollar bills into rabbits because of the whole they say Dick Masterson looks like Buster Baxter.
So the drawing was on the dollar bill. It wasn't a spray pen.
Wasn't even on his window or anything.
No, it was on the bill.
What a
So
liar.
the guy left taped money with drawings on it on the outside of his
priceless
fucking plane?
artwork, Eric.
It was the taped dollar bills taped to the glass, which is just whatever, and the drawings were on the dollar. He's trying to make it sound like there was like spray pen
graffiti and shit,
drawing or whatever.
Sit up here, wrote on it. I'm not going to sit here and repeat it by any means, but I see that.
He wrote, "Read these super chats."
And he's trying to insinuate that it's some kind of N-word or something. I'm not even gonna read
he wrote
it.
something really lurid this guy's a piece of shit.
Now I remember is the guy paid for the super chats.
And he wouldn't read them.
Yeah.
And July wouldn't read them, and then he left them on the storefront. Okay, all right.
He's like, because it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, which means it was probably like 8:30.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe don't put your fucking business name on the internet, dude.
Don't put a giant stencil on the front window if you don't want people to know you're there.
Yeah.
Jesus, you're the worst at hiding. I literally did it again last night and Googled his address and was like, yep, that's the one that's been going around.
That being your sort of position, and that it's always
Took me like
been
3
the case,
seconds.
or you feel like that's generally the case of to justify putting a hole or attempting to put a hole in someone. Our guys don't see it that way, and I've seen people
pause right here. Okay, what he doesn't realize is since he owns a business, he has to register it, and then since he's some internet fucking fag, he's like, I've never owned a business before. I want to say its name right out loud and put it all over the internet. That way people buy my comics. All right, dude, like Target. If I looked up Target, I could find their store. If I looked up any fucking corporation, I can find their physical address.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. I can find the local
He made it
fucking
public. He probably had it on Google Maps as a business. He has a video with fucking drone footage and all of it.
Because
the Sinitis video?
Because the only way he was able to make money was by to hype it over the internet instead of just making a good product that people found.
And because
you understand what I'm saying?
Producing a dog shit product, people turned on him.
Yeah.
And now because he's being an asshole and being really fucking nuts, acting like a woman, more people are turning on him, and they're getting more like bloodthirsty with it. Like if he would just like, you know, take the lumps and fucking move on with his life, people wouldn't care so much. It's because he fights back so hard.
You could even go back to the second original Star Wars.
Empire
that
Strikes
was
Back?
that was like a little bit of less of a movie. Everybody liked the third one of the old one better, right?
Second one's better. It's the best one.
Yeah, I think that's your talk. I think most people agree the third one is better. I think than the
No, most people think
second.
the Ewoks are dumb.
Yeah, fuck you. The Ewoks are fucking awesome. You shut your fucking mouth about Ewoks.
You're fucking wrong, Eric. Eric, you're wrong. Empire Strikes Back's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Dead Rabbit
okay.
wants to know what's the name of his band? Backwards with a Z at the end because he's cool.
All right, well, the point still stands.
It does stand, yes.
If everybody was still angry at the third movie, they could easily look up where George Lucas's fucking company was stationed out of it because it fucking was in the credits.
Ranch. Dude, you can get the address to Skywalker Ranch easy.
So this is what this guy's complaining about?
Yeah,
Well, let's see.
But
Get aired out for a lot less. However, I don't even think
I would highly suggest an alternative opinion on council if you think a sticker with
he's telling him he needs to get new lawyers. He says it so many times during this. He needs to get new lawyers.
a $20 bill under it justifies if that's their legal
that's
advice.
not the argument though. That's where I think the gaslighting is, though, Nick, because that's not the position. The position isn't that. Okay, I'm trying to make the argument.
That's a woman word. Gaslighting.
Yeah, really.
He's doing all the lefty things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I swear to God, if somebody used the word gaslighting in a negotiation with me, I would already know I won. For real. I'd be like, you're a pussy. I'm going to fucking roll all over you right now.
That's just a cherry on top. The whole thing, he's already in the I've been threatened mode. You know, when people get caught with bullshit and they automatically resort to the left thing. I was threatened.
Mm-hmm.
My employees were scared.
Yeah.
That should justify putting a hole in someone. What I'm talking about, and what the only argument it is that I'm making in this regards, because again, shooting someone over a sticker, that would be silly. Though it wasn't simply that. I think it's being kind of disingenuous to even just kind of classify it as, this guy just merely, just being funny, just put a little, put a couple of
man, he talks a lot and says nothing. Just to make a point here real quick. You know why he talks a lot and says nothing?
Because he has nothing to say.
Because he's a libertarian.
There are no drawings or any of that had anything to do with
equation. I don't know what the
it's one of those
threat
debate
of violence.
Well, yeah, of course, there's been actionable threats, and my argument. But even
What's
that
the threat?
The reason the guy was there was because of that. He's recorded himself on video saying that, well, this is supposedly an actionable threat. Whether you now the argument is that we think
Riley's retarded. His legal opinions are irrelevant.
Well, no, I'm saying that that's
oh my God.
All right, so
you know what this is? Is all right. As somebody has hired and fired many people, this is somebody that is it's the whole situation sounds to me like, the same as a disgruntled employee sending you some fucking and then they get their last paycheck and then nothing happens. Now, I have had one or two employees that showed back up and they're like, I deserve my fucking job. And both of them Puerto Ricans had to call the fucking police on.
Dude, Riley says he's going to come with Frank Hassel to his warehouse. He's gonna try to boogie him.
Yeah, he's gonna get boogied.
He's gonna turn him into boogie.
You fat fucking fag! Oh my God! Is this real? Is this guy gonna kill me?
You know the old saying of "there's no such thing as bad publicity."
In this case, I think you're wrong, Eric.
because
this is
he's
gonna
rubbing off.
kill his business.
Yeah, his donors are the people that see through this kind of lefty argument.
Yeah, we'll see.
Starting to lie and say, "Oh, I've been threatened by some fat neckbeard."
We'll see in a year if we're still talking about fucking Mr. July over here.
That's what I'm saying.
You saying not? Yes? No? I think he's
No,
gonna still be doing his thing, but
He's gonna
not
always
as
gonna
much
have
as
his
like
core
he had
simps.
$2 million in the first, or whatever, how much he made.
3.7 on the first one. The second one, I don't think ever broke 3.
I mean,
Like that was already before all this. He was having a slump in sales. I don't see him breaking 2 the next one, and after that, I'm gonna say I don't see him breaking 1 million.
He's figured out his grift and he's locking onto it.
I'm not saying that.
And by showing his hand, he keeps proving. I mean, he's proving how stupid he is.
Actually, I mean, now
that face.
Nowadays, I mean, this will probably get you more access to capital. A bank might loan him more money because of all.
Oh yeah, if he goes the businessman route and capitalizes on the money he grifted from the MAGA boomers and makes
that's
that
how you
into
have
capital.
to do it, Kyle.
Exactly.
He's not that smart, Eric.
But he ain't gonna have the goodwill of the the public.
Someone can't access it. That's not the argument it is that I'm making. I'm saying that this is not something that there's no commerce happening there, right? In that specific building that we are at. The only way that you can get in, there are 2 ways that you can get in. There's a gate, there's a private gate that you can get in that way, or you can drive. There is a road where you can kind of drive in, but that does not face. It's
you
not a road.
can drive into a driveway into the parking lot, right?
Yeah, you can drive into a driveway into the parking lot, and that's why our stuff is strategic. Huh?
Is there a gate on that driveway into the parking lot?
No. There's not a.
It's a commercial park. The truck drivers have to be able to drive into that commercial park every night. So no, there's no fucking gate unless it's like a fucking company that distributes highly expensive electronics. Then usually you have a gate like JB Audio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you go to their fucking warehouse, you gotta fucking hit the button to have the guy talk to you. Yeah.
The Beats warehouse, highly secure.
Any pharmaceutical warehouse, yeah.
Hair products,
better believe it.
There's no gate. The gate is around on the other side, which is the only other way to access it. However, where we're at, you cannot drive. There's no place.
Nick's face just goes.
It's the same as what I've been doing. It's like, nah, it doesn't work, dude.
I love it.
No. There's not into that parking lot. No, there's no gate. The gate is around on the other side, which is the only other way to access it. However, where we're
at, shut the fuck up. He can say there's a gate on the other side. I bet that bitch is in the open position as well.
There very well is. I know that even from a legal perspective, there can be some differentiation there. I am totally aware of that, but that's not the point of contention. That's not what it is that I'm saying.
All right, I'm trying to help, but that's fine.
He just rubs his face. Like, God damn it, man.
I want to take a little.
Dude, this is just me.
When I do that?
Nick looks like last week on Legion when I was trying to explain percentage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's perfect.
He's thinking about his wife.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Kyle. You said it.
I was supposed to be watching my wife get nailed by a big black dude.
Dude, she's way too much time. She's in the garage in a leather sex swing right now.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate you trying to help, Nick.
Okay, so are there
Getting
any other
nailed
threats?
by
So
Eric
the one
November
threat I've heard is that he was going to hold the gun and save their arms, which I think is ridiculous, but you have no reason to believe, and I have no reason to believe he's not serious. I don't know. So that I've heard that, and then it was a public thing, but you just said that if it is in a public place, like you welcome that so long as people are cool. So then what was there another threat? Is there something else?
Nah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. And even doing that, saying that all that weird stuff online, the guys are free to say that. Only place I draw the line is just don't show up to a person's house, be it myself, employees, and don't show up to.
You literally said pull up.
The other thing is, he just said, "Don't show up to my house." They showed up to your place of business, which is a public space. You don't own the road into your business. I'm sorry, as somebody that leases properties and everything, you don't own the.
Now, if Riley had broken into the warehouse, this would be a completely different conversation. But he didn't. He left money on the front window with stickers.
Best comeback to this whole situation would be to take the money off the window.
Yeah, and just go,
and
thanks.
then go, hey, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
You're buying lunch for us today.
To the job. That's it.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so aside from that, I think we've hammered out the Riley situation. I agree with you. He should not go. I said that. I haven't changed that position. I'm answering questions from people online talking about ventilating someone for showing up. And I'm like, there's a lot of questions here that are not so straightforward legally, even in Texas with property defense. And I would not put my money on a 12-person jury, doing that. But you weren't there. You don't have to worry about that at all. Not a big deal. So aside from the Riley thing, is there... I want to address something that you said I don't know if it was from a stream or a clip for something today. I don't know. It would have been cool, 100%, if I just said that Dick was my dude and I was going to ride with him no matter what happened, right?
Correct.
So if when all this went down, I said, you know what? I think Dick's trying to fuck over Eric July, and I like Eric July. I want him to make millions of dollars, but Dick's my dude and I'm going to ride with him forever, whether he's wrong or not. You'd been perfectly okay with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because you're being honest. 100%.
So the implication, though, is
I don't fucking believe you, like, at all. Like, I don't believe a goddamn word that comes out of this guy's face.
No, because he's using that underlying, oh, yeah, I believe you. You're using that underlying woman type of tone.
Is that I meant that, but I said something else, and therefore I'm being dishonest.
Well, yeah, I just feel like you're not as impartial as you like to think that you are, or that you make it appear. The reason being is because when this whole gay shit popped off, the first thing it is that you did, Nick, you could have acknowledged, right? You chose not to. You chose not to acknowledge that. Well, okay, this weirdo started, which is your partner. That's cool. It's all gravy. Started high-siding on me. It was not the other way around. This was not a me versus him thing. It's like, oh, you're like, oh, this whole thing is gay. And I'm like, well, you need to be applying. I told you this. You remember I told you this. I told you this when you first kind of injected, because your chat's asking you about all this. They know that
it happened on my show. Like this started here, so, not from me, but it started because Nina, Dick was criticizing the book. Nina says, "Have you read it?" He says no. Then everybody's like, you got to read it and do the review. How can you know? And all that shit popped up. That wasn't me. So I don't know how I didn't acknowledge it. I mean, it started.
No, I'm not talking about.
You notice how Nina really hasn't said shit about the book since?
Just women, they start the fire and they.
You think she read it and she was like, oh fuck.
I believe she hadn't read it before. Then she was defending it, and then she had to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if she had that oh shit moment, like when she started reading that first page and how it starts with 2 weeks earlier.
By the fifth ad for his band.
But during that, what I'm saying is that you didn't, as far as what you didn't acknowledge, is that you're presenting it as if this was this guy versus that guy thing, when that's not at all what this was. Your partner started the issue. Right. That's and it's all on him. This isn't an Eric versus him thing. This is a thing that he is perpetually online. Maybe he doesn't have it all upstairs. This is maybe his shtick. But
yeah,
if you want the shit to end and you want that,
get to the point, bro.
It's like listening to a woman argue. It's so goddamn. It's bitch energy. Sorry, ladies.
If you find this whole thing gay and you're genuine about that, right?
100%. I hate
That's a
this shit.
conversation that you got to have with him. It's not the other way
I'm
around.
not his dad, man. What do you want me to do?
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
why
all
does he
right.
have,
So you're
a,
not
have a
to
fucking
stop?
conversation with Dick Masterson
Wait,
about?
That's
Fuck
exactly
you,
what
dude.
it is that you did.
No, it isn't.
You said you. All right. So let's be more
No, I
accurate.
said I'll be 100% accurate. I said Dick is a troll, and if you keep feeding him, he will keep going because that's who he is.
Yes, exactly what I've been saying, Nick. Thank you.
You're trying to play the middle. You're pretending like you're trying to play the middle of the road when the argument is that I make, you're not. You're completely ignoring the context. I guess that is what it is.
He
that
always
I'm saying.
keeps bringing up context. I don't think he knows what context actually is because he then brings up things that have nothing to do with the shit that's going on.
It's a buzzword in politics, you know.
Yeah, and
the
he implies like intentions so many times. Like you don't know what the fuck. You know what the fuck.
Smoking
goddamn
crack,
Dick
guys. Smoke some crack.
Yeah, you look like you're smoking fucking or an old man pipe.
It's Keith.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
you
you
getting
missed
that,
the
getting
part
that straight
at the
keys.
beginning where I
Keith.
said that Eric isn't engaging in
It's
this, and that's
Baldolf.
good. But his fans are stirring this up because
That was a
they
terrible Gandalf
respond
joke.
constantly. And
All
again,
right.
I'm not blaming you for that. I
All
was
right. Fair enough.
I was respecting the fact that you were not engaging.
All
And then
right.
eventually it pops off. I know how exactly this shit happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
People bring you in. You got brought in. That sucks, man. Like 100%.
Well, not
It sucks.
necessarily. No, let's just be honest. The guy that you call your partner.
I've never called him that. You
initiated.
called him that, but
All right. So what is he to you?
I think he's just a friend.
All right. So a friend. That's what I mean.
People
by
on the
partner.
internet.
Saying
Okay, yeah.
Those are
Well, some people-
interchangeable.
Friends.
You're gay. Motherfucker, there ain't no friends in business. Go suck a dick.
Well, they're not in business together. They're friendly to each other. You know.
That's your partner.
Okay, I want
In
to be clear
hotel
because some
rooms,
people have implied
allegedly.
that I have a business relationship with Dick, which I do not.
All right,
Dick
I
and
don't
I
know
have
anything
never.
about that. I don't know
Okay,
anything
okay,
about that. I have
I'm
no.
just being clear on that. Okay,
I never
gotcha.
touched
But
a
no,
dick.
that's
My
your
wife
partner. That's all
has.
it.
I never
All that it is that I'm saying. I'm just saying if you, and this is my honest opinion, if you actually wanted the shit to end and you didn't, this is not something that you would have preferred to happen. You would have took that up with the actual initiating party, and that's not
Did
what
I
it
do
is to
that?
do it. No.
I didn't do that.
No, not to my knowledge. You didn't do it. You did, however, bring it up like, hey, I don't want you to be. I wish that this wouldn't happen, and this is all gay and all that. To my knowledge, you haven't done any of that. But
You didn't do this thing. Now let me explain how you did this thing. It's fucking retard, man.
on a serious
I don't
note,
even know
on
what
a
you-
more serious note,
Would you have knowledge if I did?
absolutely. If I know about it, absolutely.
The looks
I
that
know
fucking
everything.
Nick Rekieta gives him are fucking priceless.
Wow. I know everything that happens in the Rippaverse.
You have knowledge if
The
I had done it.
Rippaverse. The Rippaverse.
Acknowledge, like, hey,
Well,
I,
You know about it.
I got my big thumb on my big hairy thumb on the pulse of the Rippaverse.
You might look
you
at
know
my
about it, yeah.
shoulders and you might
Yeah,
think I
100%.
have
that's what I'm saying. That's what- and then we
tattoos
just-
for my
necessarily know.
travels.
But
But
no,
don't be mistaken.
you would be
right.
mistaken. It is just hair.
I
Just-
feel the vibrations of the Rippaverse, but on my shoulder hair.
All right, we're gonna skip way ahead.
Oh,
So
thank
basically,
God.
this entire conversation, Nick keeps going. I'm not gonna ask you questions about the charity thing because I don't want you to accidentally implicate yourself in something or by accident make something appear the way it's not. It's like, so I don't even want to go near it. He's like, I don't believe that you did anything wrong. I just don't want to go near it. And Mr. Rippa here just keeps pushing and like basically forces him to ask these questions.
with you being a lawyer, you would
Here
think
we
that
go.
it's reasonable that something like that, the attempt is right to fuck with. So you just explicitly even said that. You said, well,
I was
isn't it
trying to
good to
finish
fuck
the
with
answer.
someone's business if that's what it is they're doing?
So basically, for a little bit of, as young Rippa likes to say, context, he was saying if Dick Masterson had reason to believe that there was a fraud happening, he had every right to contact the charity and talk to them to see if that was true.
Okay.
And he said if you think a company, like he's putting it to Eric, he's like, if you think a company's doing something wrong, do you think someone should have a right to investigate and to alert people if wrongdoing is happening. And he says yes. And he's like, but you don't think that Dick Masterson should have been allowed to contact the charity?
Didn't like Julia Roberts make a movie about this in the 90s or something?
Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah, seriously, dude. This has been around for a long time. Yeah. If you see some fucked up shit, you're kind of allowed to go, hey, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the hard part about this is I'm trying to give the answer to someone whose mind I don't fully know. And that's the second part of the answer that I was trying to give, which is there was a follow-up to that situation.
That was a slight, that was a very slighted way to call him a retard.
Answer from the charity, a public statement that was really nice,
he was
very
full stupid at one point.
Wait, as far as
the charity. The charity made some post or something. They said how great Rippaverse has been. They're donating all this comics and they've donated money and all that stuff, right? Like that happened.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is not an accusation. Subsequent to the inquiry by Dick to the charity, did you not donate additional funds to that charity?
I donated funds to the charity before that was a post was even a thing. In fact, they acknowledged that.
Did you make a subsequent post after, or a subsequent donation after the post?
Our agreement was that we were going to keep giving them donations during this whole campaign.
Right,
Stop fucking talking.
Stop
talking. Shut the fuck up, you moron.
What's that one
this
thing?
lawyer has been trying to keep you from talking about this for over an hour and a half, and you just fucking have to.
He's asking the question exactly the way the lawyer's going to ask the question.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's fucking himself so hard he has no idea.
This is like a practice deposition. He literally advised him against talking about this shit, and Eric just pushes him into it.
I'm not getting into your intent. I've said a million times. You did not.
I'm not getting into your intent. That means shut the fuck up right now. That's what that means.
Why
right
this answer
now.
gets fucking complicated is the accusation is leveled, right? That you are charging too much and pocketing money. And I don't believe that accusation, but that's what's leveled. Charity makes...
Wait until he explains, Nick. You're gonna love his explanation. We're in the future here, so we know how this goes, and it's not pretty.
Donates more funds after that, right? Like, I'm not wrong on the timeline, right? You had an agreement, I understand, but that's what happened, right? That's what the public sees.
The public, as far as that post, yes, the post, they posted about us, and is that what it is that you're referring to?
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They posted about you, and there was a donation that came in. You said a donation was made before cash, in addition to books, before that post was made, and then there was an additional donation, or maybe 10, I don't know, 10 donations. I don't know how many.
Yeah, we've done. All right, so I'll explain to you exactly what happened, which is what it is that they've already explained publicly as well. We popped the charity off with we funded an entire initiative it is that they had, right? And then we agreed with them contingent on X amount of books being sold, we're going to keep donating to you guys money. So we gave them money prior to any conflict, any supposed conflict or any claim of fraud or anything.
You know what this sounds like? It's the same reason why what was it, The Rock and Oprah? They're like, yeah, we paid $5 million each to start a charity company to go to the people of Hawaii, Lana, or whatever it is, where the shit burnt down. Because they know they're going to get like a 5%. The money's going to be paid back with a 5% VIG. That's what this sounds like.
Well, listen to what he actually says.
But then it didn't happen because the company, the corporation knew he was just a little schmuck and could take his shit.
Listen what he says, though.
Like that, and they've acknowledged that.
Yeah. The charities acknowledge that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that agreement about the books and all that stuff, is that public, or is this the first time that's being public?
But they've already they've already stated that. They've stated that in multiple posts. That's public.
Okay, I see. I'm not aware of like the full nature of the agreement or any of that. I haven't seen any of that. But let me ask you a question. If you think someone is defrauding something, right? and then you call them out. And then after that call out, there's a post, and then there's another donation. Is it reasonable in any context for the person who thinks you are defrauding someone to think that post was a makeup post? They're scared about being called out on the fraud. Do you think that would be a reasonable conclusion for someone who hates
why
you?
would they post that if it actually legitimately was a fraud? What would the fraud be?
I have that you were overcharging for books and donating books for less value than what you charge. That's the claim of the fraud, right? You're overcharging for the charity book.
So, okay, he goes on and explained that he sold them for $17.50 a copy, right? I'll give you some context right now. He is selling his second issue right now for $5 a copy.
No, okay, here.
He's having a sale or something, right?
Like, all right, I know what this is. It's the same thing the food bank does. All right, so like when Walmart's canned goods start to expire, they don't throw those out. You know that, right? They sell them.
Like damaged goods stores?
No, to the food bank.
Oh,
Yeah, they sell them to the charity thing, and they sell them at a markup. And then what they do is the reason why they sell them at a markup is because whatever corporation owns the brand of canned food, the food bank, the charity company will go, hey,
he's trying to get rid of excess stock.
No. Listen, this is what happens at the food bank. This is why you get expired food. Because the food bank will pay extra money for that expired food as long as the corporation that owns it pays for the extension of the expiration date.
Oh, yeah, okay.
How do they extend?
They say, hey, we're writing a contract and we're extending the expiration date. How the fuck else do you think it is?
Yeah. We know that it can
this
be
is
good for more time, but
Kyle, this is the Food Bank of America. This is where people line up and get canned goods, homeless people. You think they're going to fucking check the expiration date and fucking care about it?
All right, we got some work on the cover.
Claim. I don't believe this claim. I'm just saying that's the claim, right?
We were already, Nick, the thing is, and that's been made public, is that we had already gave them money prior to the post that they made, or prior to the claim that it is they made, and we gave them multiple. Obviously, as the sales came in, that happened. So why on earth would someone? How could someone come to such a conclusion?
So, hear me out.
Bad timing, your reactionary, behavior at all times.
Not shutting your fucking mouth. I don't know.
Ken says, haha, Nick has had it. Yeah, dude, this guy is weary by the end of this.
I hate X company because I'm an asshole, and that's the only reason. And I think that person's scamming kids. They're
it gets a little repetitive here because
another donation comes in. You don't see how the person who hates that person would think that maybe that donation was a cover-up.
But that doesn't, again, that doesn't
I'm not
make
saying
sense.
it makes it true.
I do
I'm just
like
saying,
how you always call people
I couldn't unless someone...
Do what?
I do like how you always call people thick, because it's like a very gentleman's way of saying you're fucking stupid. Yeah. Like obviously you're not understanding my argument.
If Eric July was mud, Nick Rekieta's boots would have been off like 10 feet ago, and he would be trudging going, fucking goddamn it, shit.
He wouldn't be mud, he'd be clay.
Well, you're gonna get some thick-ass mud.
Just trying to make it seem like that's what it is, when it's not. They're forcing the issue. We objectively gave them money prior to any sort of before anybody even knew. Before anybody even knew about this. So that's the thing. That's the thing.
I fucking love Nick's reactions.
It's a fucking hypothetical question.
Dude, like I could tell just by his body language, it's like, all right, dude. You're so fucking stupid, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I can't imagine being in a meeting and somebody using this body language. I'll be like, I would be thinking to myself, going, "What kind of dumb shit did I just say?"
Yeah,
It's literally like he's trying to explain law to a wolf man.
Oh, guy.
God
okay.
damn it.
So that's what he's done for like a half an hour, try to explain legal stuff to a lawyer.
Yeah, try to basically explain why Eric July is out of his fucking mind with all this.
This is my face. It's like, you can't build a house without a slab underneath. You can't just build it.
Yeah, but what if the person, came to my warehouse at night and put money on my windows?
It's not gonna work. I'm telling you.
No, but I got all these
but what are the
toothpicks.
intentions?
Yeah, but I got dreams and shit. You understand? I got dreams, right? Like, I'm
Are
gonna
you
fucking put all this
intentionally
up.
stupid?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
what?
intentionally stupid. I'm gonna fucking put all this up with like toothpicks and shit. You can't stop me. I don't know what
It's
you're gonna.
2023.
It's-
We don't have dirt floors anymore, sir.
Nah, we gonna, as a foundation, we just gonna put in the dirt the words 2 weeks earlier.
They haven't made shag carpet in 30 fucking years, and you expect me to get shag carpet?
No, there are still some places that manufacture shag carpet, but it's mainly used for like sound studios
and vans.
And vans.
How can someone say that there was a scam that existed when we had already given them money prior to someone claiming that there was a fraud? So this was not a case of, there was there was an additional donation, or there, not additional. There was just, they got money.
Start pouring the booze,
they just got
Nick.
money.
Just start pouring the
after
booze,
there,
man.
there was a claim of fraud.
Was delivering a book to the charity $17?
That was well. Let me say this.
Was delivering a book to the charity $17? I didn't want to ask these questions, Eric. Was delivering...
Oh man, fucking hat came off.
I
Oh
love
shit.
it. I fucking love it. Dude, I was like trying to go to bed when this was on too. I was like, come on, man. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Dude,
You
like,
motherfuckers.
I love using like old metaphors and stuff, and like this is the part of the negotiation. Being like, I don't need to know how the clock was built to know it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
a book to the charity $17.
That was the cost, and I'm explaining it to you. That was the cost associated.
Okay, that was the cost. You all heard it. He said that was the cost. Now listen to
with
what he
operating. That included the sales of the that included the sale of the actual physical book and all the operations associated with, because we had to pack, we had to bag and board, we had to ship it, we had to palletize all of these orders, and we had to send those out. And it doesn't even fucking matter. You know why, Nick? Because we gave them money.
I agree with you.
So what? Why is that even a question?
Because I trust you doesn't mean everybody else on earth is required to trust you,
That's
right?
not I'm not saying that everybody is required to trust me by any means. What it is that I am saying is that we gave them, as a company, we gave them money, right?
Yes.
The 17 that we charged them. By the way, it was not just $17, and I wish people would say that. That was not the average cost of.
Okay, remember,
17 plus shipping, goddammit.
remember, $17.50, he said, was the cost. That would imply what?
For a comic book? For a mass printed comic book?
He said backboard everything.
Sounds
Yeah,
fucking.
man.
So you're
Backboard.
telling me each comic was worth 2 Big Macs? I don't know about that.
So that would mean you would think, okay, cost of production, the actual cost to print the book, right? Cost of shipping, maybe cost of packaging, warehouse cost. So $17.50 per book to pay for all that shit, right? Oh, Greasy Inward for $2 almost says, but guys, Eric did have breakfast this morning. Beep, beep, beep.
For the book.
Thank
What
you,
was the
Greasy
average
Inward.
cost?
The average cost, the average cost, I think, came out to something closer to like $13 or so because we offered it.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Dude, if the average cost was 13, call it 14. I like old numbers. For a comic book, that's a bad business deal.
but he said the cost was $17.50, and then he said the average cost came out to $13.50.
You pay that, I believe it's like $17.50. That's a donation. We'll pay the rest. We're going to make sure we provide them with as many ISOM books as you guys want. So you can buy a book. It'll be like half the price of a regular book. We also have bundles, so you can buy as many as you want, and we're going to donate those books. You pay half the price. We're technically going to pay the rest.
What was the volume, though?
I don't know, but you know he damn added those numbers to his fucking sales.
Yeah, exactly. What it is all right. Now I know exactly what happened. All right, so he made a short order the first time because he didn't have all the money yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he made the short order, and then he made the large order after everybody fucking ordered it.
And these are ones that didn't sell.
And so he used the 1750 number that it originally cost him to pay for the short order of the comic books. And then actually, if you do the second order of the large shipment after he knew it was going to sell, then it averaged out to $13.50. So you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar.
He did this whole charity thing as a way to bolster his sales numbers, right?
Yeah.
So he could brag about how many units he sold, get rid of overstock,
Mm-hmm.
and skim a little off top. It's seeming, allegedly. Gotta be careful.
To say, good strategy.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan.
Dude, it looks. Hey, the key to business in this world today that we live in is to access to capital, and that makes you look good to a bank.
Mm-hmm.
17 that we charged, and by the way, it was not just $17, and I wish people would say that. That was not the average cost of the book.
Maybe they are
The average cost, the average cost, I think, came out to something closer to like $13 or so because we offered it in bundles. So the more money it is that they got,
his fucking face, his fucking face.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
is there something that was confusing right there, Nick?
No, it just all sounds so dumb to me. And that's what I hope he says the same thing. It just all sounds so dumb to me.
No, he's thinking of this from the lawyer's point of view.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
We
He's like, shut the fuck up, bro.
No. You know what that face is? You know what that face is right there? That's the face of, I used to be a lawyer and now I'm a YouTube person that some man fucks my wife. That's that look right there.
You are fucking correct, Eric.
Hello, darkness, my
I used to wear a suit with a silk tie to work every day.
Now I have to deal with these retards.
I think what he's thinking is this idiot is basically admitting
on air
to charity fraud on air, and I told him don't talk about this shit. Fucking told him.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both.
Greasy N-words donation.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Nah,
I know I keep picking on Nick Rekieta, but I mean, dude, you let another man fuck your wife, dude.
Yeah, that's
alleged.
And not just one man. You go to swingers clubs, so
ew, gross.
You let a bunch of dudes fuck your wife.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
So the more money it is that they got, I don't know. Is there something that was confusing right there, Nick?
I didn't want to ask you these questions, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's him
the
knowing
correct
he's getting a
answer.
subpoena.
That's a great drop too. I don't want to ask you these questions, man.
No, I'm not your lawyer. You're not paying me.
That's a good drop for when I start going off and on shit.
No, that's him realizing he's gonna get a subpoena and he's gonna have to sit in this fucking court case.
Exactly, bro.
This is gonna be so bad.
It's like this is gonna come back
for Eric July, man. It's gonna be great for everyone else.
This fucking caveman in a tank top. Do you know who he reminds me of? Is Sam from the fucking Trailer Park Boys. You know Sam, the guy. Dude, he's a black Sam. That's what he is.
Is there something that was confusing right there, Nick?
I didn't want to ask you these questions, man. Did you solicit a book, a charitable donation for a book for $17 and the actual cost was $13?
That's not what it is that I said. I'm saying that's the
That's
average.
what you said.
No,
That's what you said, bro.
That's why I didn't want to ask these questions.
Okay, no, I am specifically referencing. It's like you heard nothing. It was that I said. I'm specifically referencing how much on average that the customer paid.
You just said that.
It was not $17.
We all heard what you said.
Yeah, dude, it's recorded.
We all heard it.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. See, does it cost $17 to ship one book to the charity? Yes or no?
We didn't ship just one book to the charity. So
I didn't
no.
ask if you did.
So no. No.
Okay.
Those were the costs. That was the cost that
Get
we
new lawyers.
Oh my god.
Get new lawyers.
Okay. You know what else?
You're fucked, bro.
Nick
This man is so
is
fucking
going
stupid.
through. What else Nick is going through right now? He's like, I know I have to ask these questions because, I wasn't planning on bringing up these questions, but now that you brought them up, I have to
He
ask
begged
them.
him to stay away from them.
But yeah, the reason he is doing this is he's like, because I gotta keep my viewers up. A normal guy, like, if this was supposed to be friend to friend, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear nothing.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing, dude. I don't want to be tied in this shit. Shut
I
the
don't
fuck
want to be
up.
called to court
No.
for your bullshit.
Yeah. But no, he's like, oh no, this in the back of that little lizard brain head that lets other people fuck his wife. Sorry, I'm not gonna let up on that. He's going, oh well, this will bring me some internet clout. This will be a good
he's
clip.
trying to give him a
Eric.
fair shake and let him clarify because right now he's fucked no matter what. So he's trying to give him another out to clarify and kind of save his face a little bit. And he just keeps digging.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Well,
he's-
no,
he's-
dude. If you were trying to
Nigga.
save somebody's face, you would just go shut the
I'm
fuck
saying
up and don't talk.
like,
no.
legally. Like,
And
he's showing
should-
intent. Like,
at the
Dude,
beginning
I think he's
of
trying
the
to give him
video,
the benefit of the doubt, and Eric July is just shitting all over it.
so like at the beginning of the video, he should have just been like, as a lawyer, just shut the fuck up
Well,
right
he
now.
didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do this. Eric July came into his chat, started talking shit, and he's like, would you rather just like air this out right now? We can get it over with. He thought this was going to take 5 fucking minutes.
Do you think that is not a way to pull drama out of the whole thing and get fucking
look,
Mr.
okay,
Guy
I get what
fucks
you're
his
saying,
wife more viewers?
But I don't think Rekieta has never struck me as that kind of person, and he does not
He's
seem
a
like he's a
lawyer. That's all they fucking do is call attention. Lucas, am I not right? In the fucking courtroom, that's the lawyer's fucking main job, to win the case, call attention to him, and make the jury fucking decide on his way. Is that not the whole thing of law?
yeah, but it's not his case.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't. I mean,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
he
that-
doesn't. He just wants this guy who he thought was his friend to explain why he was talking shit.
So Lucas, somebody of the same mentality, because he is a lawyer, but now is mainly a YouTube person, he's like, this is drama. It's going to draw people to my channel. This is going to get me more clicks and views, and I get more advertisement money. Tell me I'm wrong.
Eric, the title of this fucking video has nothing to do with Eric July. It's called, oh my god, the internet is a stupid place. Yep, more drama. Unbrightest. He was gonna talk, he was gonna watch videos of Riley go up to the warehouse and comment on that.
The
And then
fact,
Eric
that,
July had to come.
that we're watching it now means every other show is and all that shit is going to watch it too.
Two
So,
things can
yeah.
be true at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all true.
I'm gonna
We
explain
get it.
exactly what the cost
The wife
was,
fucks
Nick.
the-
Please do.
We calculated
Explain,
the 17. It was like
Not you,
1750
Eric.
that
The
we
black
said
Eric.
that you could buy for a solo book,
Blair.
right?
Blair.
That was what
Yeah,
we had
say his name
calculated
right,
on
Blair.
our end. That included the actual book. That included the like again bag, board, all the labor that is
Those are like $1 together.
in that whole ordeal. We sold and we incentivized our readers, right, to purchase more books. The more books they got, the cheaper that it was in terms of their actual donation. So this isn't some gotcha or anything like that. We specifically had a setup.
You got yourself, idiot. You're doing this. Riley and Dick Masterson haven't done anything to cause this. You're overreacting and just spilling the beans.
This whole interview is like if Kevin Spacey's character in The Usual Suspects was just a retard spilling the beans the whole time and not doing like a mastermind plan.
He's just like, he just starts off the story with, so I'm Kaiser Soze.
Wait, started off 2 weeks ago.
It was agreed upon by ourselves and our customers to get these books not only out to these to them just bag boarded, palletized, all that good stuff, but we also gave them fucking cash. That was the number that we had associated with that was what for us to feel good when it came to if they ordered one, even though that wasn't the average, and we knew that wasn't going to be the average. That was the cost associated with the labor and everything it was to ship.
I don't want to talk about this shit
individual
anymore.
book.
No, because
you broke him. You fucking broke him.
No.
Goddamn hairy-shouldered bastard.
And now I know why he just made that thing where he's like, he just went on a rant about he paid all these guys cash. And that's why Nick Rekieta is like, I don't want to talk about this anymore because that's going to get into tax law. Dude, you can't.
I think there's so many implications here
employees
that would make Nick Rekieta not want to fucking continue this conversation whatsoever.
Dude, like you're only allowed to pay a single person $600 cash in casual labor if you're a business per week. That's it. Like you have if they work over that, you gotta have them on the books. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. This is the last one we'll do for this, and then I've got another video of Eric doubling down. That kid,
Blair, that's Blair, not Eric.
And thank you, whatever. And thank you to Ray Wombat for helping me with time codes and all that shit. Made things so much easier.
As someone who hates you might think that when you say it's one thing online and then you say it's something else, an explanatory thing, and then you make a donation afterwards, that might be trying to cover for what was called out. Like, again, someone who's bad, like they don't like you, bad faith. They're not going to take you at your word. Do you see how they can make that conclusion?
No. I think if...
Well, then you're fucking done.
Oh, you stepped over it. You stepped over it, you motherfucker.
Then you're done, brother.
Listen.
Again, someone who's bad, like they don't like you, bad
This is
faith.
my favorite
They're not
clip.
going to take you at your word. Do you see how they can make that conclusion?
No. I think if...
Well, then you're fucking dumb.
All right.
On that
Holy shit.
Damn.
Oh, right on the money. Right on the fucking money.
It's almost like his wife.
When I say no...
But I did eat breakfast.
And it doesn't need to be actually that complicated. So I can at least see that, Nick. I'll for sure I can see that.
See, dude, as soon as he calls him stupid, he starts walking back everything he just said, going, no, I can see it. I understand. I get it. I see it. I ain't dumb.
This is somebody that doesn't understand, like, the things you don't say. Or if you're in a negotiation or any kind of debate or anything, the things you don't say are more important than things you say.
Yeah, Eric July really needs to learn how to shut the fuck up. This is for your own benefit, Eric. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Stop doing streams. Stop tweeting. Just shut the fuck up. That is my legal advice as an MD at law.
But I will say that there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he kind of just spent, I can't see the minute. What is it, like a half an hour to an hour long of you explaining the reasons why you should be prosecuted?
Yeah.
There was never anything there, and I don't see how that.
I
could
agree
be.
with you.
Okay.
I've never made the claim. I'm trying to show you why people who don't like you might continue to make the claim.
All right. So
afterwards.
going back to the point, you don't think that's trying to ruin someone's business?
If they believe it, then no, man.
Okay, but if it's false, is it?
Yeah, if they find out it's false, they don't think it's.
Wait a second.
Mhm.
Is there some law against trying to ruin somebody else's business? Because I have competitors.
That's like his main contention with Dick Masterson. He says Dick Masterson is trying to ruin his business, therefore it's torturous interference.
Dude, Minor Corp fucking came out and bought out all my fucking leveler sales. Yeah, I'm trying to ruin their fucking business down here.
It's about intent when you're talking about. Like,
are they talking about like slander
if you
or
actually,
defamation or something?
If you actually
like
believe
that?
it, there's no way to show malice.
I mean, I'm not doing anything maliciously, but I am trying to undercut them motherfuckers every time I try.
True, then that's shitty.
Wait, does the truth rest upon what that individual believes? Does that just give them leeway to be able to just claim someone's doing something it is that they're not, especially when it's criminal?
I mean, yeah, that's how defamation works,
right? So you would agree that
figures.
Okay, exactly. So do you think that would be defamation
if they have knowledge of the falsity and believe and the problem with knowledge of the falsity is everybody thinks, oh, well, they know it's false because it is.
Up women with a caveman club and just knocks them out. Bops them on the. He just pops them on the back of the head. Like, all right, I'm dragging you home to the cave.
Dude, like an hour ago, Eric Jolasha went, I'm only making things worse. I need to leave.
One of the things I can't get over is like, dude, I'm not sorry to prove everybody I'm not the most handsomest guy in the world, but if I was having hairy shoulders,
you would shave them, right?
Yeah, I would.
At the very least, trim them.
I would probably have a Google search history of how to shave your shoulders on a stick or some shit like that. But I mean, I'm Irish. I don't have hairy shoulders like that, dude. If you're on camera and I can see a fuzz, coming off your back, that makes you look like Pigpen from fucking Charlie Brown. You just got a constant dirt cloud around you. What the fuck is that? That means all kinds of pollen, everything in the air sticks to you right away.
All right, I got this video of him doubling down, and then we're gonna go a little long and watch something fun to unwind from all this bullshit.
Expect shit, you have to experience the same thing. The big thing that changes everything is that I went from having a small circle of people that help produce content to now employing or contracting dozens of people. So anything that jeopardizes the business potentially.
So you went from free labor to paid labor. Yeah, kind of a big fucking difference there, huh? Because you expect more out of people that you fucking pay.
Impacts the livelihoods of maybe over 50 people if you include the families. I'll give you an example. Recently, a deranged stalker that doesn't wash his clothes or his ass drove a Prius to one of our locations.
What
he got that
hell?
specific address.
Really? He had to use a SpongeBob character for Riley?
Also, I don't know if everybody else that caught that. He said up to 50 people, and if you include their family.
Jeez, he probably...
It's like 7 people.
Has like a dozen people?
That's like 7 people. Hey,
which levels of family? Are you talking about extended family?
Wait, he's in California, right? Or no, Texas?
Texas.
Even worse. All right, so yeah, they're Mexican. There's 7 people with a bunch of fucking kids that they have to come and work at this hairy motherfucker's warehouse.
Yeah.
Address from someone else, and despite lying about it publicly and using someone else's screenshots, he did not get the location he appeared at in a copyright claim.
So real quick, because that's the crux of that's the whole deal. This is a video he put on his channel for like a huge audience, like his whole audience, people who don't even know he's none of that. People who heard about oh, it's the black conservative guy talking about Trump, like fucking whatever. So he's putting this thing out there for the whole audience. With a people are gonna watch this and be like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
No, like a lot of his diehard fans are going to immediately start going and attack Riley and Dick Masterson and Vito. Like this almost feels
That
like
too,
I don't think this could be proven, but I think this is him like lighting the torches, you know.
So, has anybody ever figured out if this dude's comic were actually good?
I read the first one. It was one of the worst things I've ever read.
Like
It's fanfic. He was never a writer. He was a fan of comics, and because he was, well,
Let's put it this
beyond all
way.
the story.
I read just for fun one time because somebody had it. I read like a portion of the first Twilight book.
Mhm.
I thought that was bad until I read I Saw
I'm
number 1.
36 years old. I'm not reading comics.
I'm not fucking reading comics either. Like, I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not
I
fucking doing
found
that
one
shit.
online. Yeah.
But at the same time, like we're criticizing like how he's doing all this shit, and it's fine, it's funny, fucking whatever. But is any of his shit actually good?
No, his comic book is not good. I have not read the second issue, but I heard not good things.
Okay.
I'm not
All
even picking on. I have not said one word about his comic. Actually, truthfully,
It's pretty terrible.
I've just been
I'm not
talking shit about his
exaggerating when I
business
say
practices.
Yeah.
It is the worst comic book I have ever read. The first scene, familiar. Here's a little taste. The first scene starts off with 2 weeks earlier.
2 weeks earlier, what?
Exactly. And then the following scene
My
says
dick.
earlier.
Okay, so
I don't know when the story takes place. It really bothers me. It really fucking bothers me.
dude, I read Crisis on Infinite Earths in DC like in the 80s. That shit was fucking sweet, man. But yeah, if this shit is fucking that weak, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
I asked him directly.
Till, can I ask you a question?
What's that?
By the end of the first issue, did you know what superpowers he had?
Not at all. I'm assuming super strength-ish.
He can win all debates.
He can run from the cops. That was clear in the first issue. I'm not even kidding. He literally runs from the cops.
Oh my God.
In the first issue, after killing a black man in the street. I'm not kidding.
Well,
After trespassing on a business he was kicked out of.
This sounds like the fucking first episode of The Boys when the black speedster fucking just murders the black woman running through it.
Yeah.
okay, well, he's got something going on. I mean,
It's really bad. And there's a lot of very how do I put this gently? Not bright people that are so sold on his little cult of personality that they will fight with you tooth and nail on Twitter if you just say the words "I saw him" is bad.
Dude, look at that.
It's a great way to get interaction.
Look at that nose. Holy shit.
Breeding
It
all
looks
the
like
white
it looks
man's
like a
hair.
Ferengi head.
Dude, this is what happens when you have a lack of oxygen your whole life. Look how big the center of his nose is. Come on, man. He has no fucking sinus things going up there.
The hours and recording himself writing homosexual drawings, perhaps professing his love and desire to be a gay
They were drawings of rabbits. What was homosexual about them?
rabbit
He's
furry.
appealing to the
He stopped
boomer.
by a business nearby and they told us he smelled like literal shit. But all those involved have made it clear that the weirdo isn't allowed back on that property. Now, some people would say it's just a funny gag. We should just laugh it off. Ha ha ha, it's just jokes, bro. And that's what I mean by moving differently. Granted, aside from driving by the property in a dirty Prius that he somehow got into, during the business hours, he only drove by
Burn, bro.
the front of the
Sick
property.
burn.
But it would be highly irresponsible for us not to
Yeah,
do
I
our
don't get what this is supposed to accomplish.
Me neither.
Let's give a head a bunch.
Look, they work over there. The fat man did say he was coming back, but that doesn't even account for others that may do something weird. This is where my employees deserve the peace of mind to be able to do their jobs. I'm not even there. It is not unreasonable to expect people to have the decency to not appear in places of employment or their houses. In any other context, we consider it unhinged for someone to stalk, drive several hundred miles, and appear at someone.
He fucking loves that word context.
I have another thing to say about this. It's like, you know, if somebody was coming to my place of business, and especially like where his place of business constantly has workers there at the warehouse and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my people like me enough that if some motherfucker showed up like that, they ain't getting through nowhere.
Operator of who is siding, a generation of waiters wanting it made and brought to him on the plate and working in a conversation. Complacent, so you and I are not adjacent. Face it,
Also, by the way, I don't think it's in this video. It's in the other video. He lies and says that that everybody that the building is not owned by one person. No, his building is owned by one company, a very specific company, not any of the business owners around. All of the business owners on Earth around there could hypothetically get together and say, oh, well, we don't want him there. First of all, not sufficient. They all have to provide individual notice to him that he cannot be there. They can't just have a generalized statement of, well, I don't want this fat retard named Riley there. No, you have to tell the fat retard that he can't be there. You can't expect him to know. Second of all, I don't believe you for a fucking second that every business owner did that. And third of all, none of those business owners own that building or that parking lot. It's owned by one LLC, and you know that. And that you lie about that is stupid because you can fucking look it up, Rippa. But what am I, just a white bread ass nigga because I just tried to clarify what podna meant because people have accused me of having a business relationship with Dick? Just want to clarify I'm just his friend. I'm not his business partner. I'm not being a white bread ass nigga. I'm trying to help you and tell you why you're legally insufficient on this shit. You don't own the parking lot. You're probably not even renting it. You might be renting access to 2 or 3 exclusive spaces. You know, I know because I did practice, nigga, and I read a bunch of fucking commercial leases and have negotiated way more of them than you. All right? I know how they read, homie. I'm not trying to harm you. But if you're going to sit there and misrepresent shit and lie and say all the business owners got together, blah, 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 blah. They don't own the parking lot. They don't own the structure. You're all lessees. You're all leasing, all of you. And you can Google it. You can fucking Google it. Oh, the address isn't public. You can Google it. You can just Google it.
So yeah, I guess I'll acknowledge. Yeah, so I went on Nick's stream, and I want to give you my my takeaway on that yesterday, just because I know it's for people who want me to talk about it. My takeaway is this: Nick is a sly son of a bitch, and I recognize that. Yeah, he's a lawyer, and his language is going to be as such. And I went into it understanding that. I did walk away thinking, you know, it is what it is, the whole conversation. The only thing that I thought was fucking weird, right? Definitely after I thought about it more after I left, the whole bit of him trying to kind of dramatize this whole charity thing was fucking weird, bro.
I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to harm you.
Well, you shouldn't tell people, if I ask you the cost, then that should be what it is, because you said, like, no, why would I? No, the cost of the price per book for the customer was as I stated, and why? Because we advertised it as, well, if you buy more books, you can get more to the charity. So you can buy a book, it'll be like half the price of a regular book. We also have bundles, so you can buy as many as you want, and we're gonna donate those books. You pay half the price, we're technically gonna pay the rest. I believe it's like $17.50. That's a donation, we'll pay the rest. In the building, like to see
say you're sorry for flagging me, and I don't have to come back with Frank Castle and Ethan Ralph in November. That's the fucking deal, dude. If you don't say sorry, we're coming for you.
I disavow on so many levels.
20, the medal you'll be getting, and trust me, it's not pennies. Rap Circle. Part 1. Yeah, that means more is coming on the way. Appreciate that support. Backwards. In the building. Like to see.
And it's like, you need to get new lawyers. You need to get new lawyers. You need to get new lawyers.